Welcome to Beyond the Numbers, the podcast where we take the stress out of business finance and break down the numbers in a way that actually makes sense. Today's episode might just shift how you think about growing your business. The kind that gets splashed across headlines like 10x growth, moonshoots and rocket ship startups, and the kind that quietly transforms businesses over time. 1% improvements stacked up until they become something extraordinary. Both paths work, but only one of them might be right for you. So let's dive in. Let's start with a question that often gets skipped. Why do you even want to grow? Because too many businesses chase growth without really knowing the why. Sometimes that growth brings more stress, longer hours, less time with the people you love. Sometimes it's also ego, not purpose. And too often, it's bigger, but not actually more profitable. That's the pain. Growth without direction. And the root cause? We're not being honest about the kind of growth that actually suits our business, our energy, and our goals. So today I want to show you two very different paths to growth. 10x thinking versus 1% better. And then we'll ask, what does your version of growth actually look like? People think you have to pick one, but in reality, you can blend them. So let's break them down. 10x thinking is bold, big leaps, it's ambitious and disruptive. Think Peter Thiel's 0 to 1, Google's moonshoots, BHAG's big, hairy, audacious goals. This model says don't aim to be 10% better, aim to be 10x better. It's about rethinking everything and aiming high. Then there's 1% better, steady, sustainable, rooted in continuous incremental improvement. Think Kaizen, James Clear, and Dave Brailsford and the British cycling team. The aggregation of marginal gains. Small changes consistently compounding results over time. Neither is right or wrong. The question is, what's right for you? Now let's talk mindset. 10x thinking takes guts. You have to challenge assumptions, break old systems, and think big. A willingness to question everything and letting go of the idea that you have to earn growth slowly. But if your business isn't ready, it can burn you out fast. It can lead to burnout if your systems, team, or energy aren't ready. Whereas 1% thinking takes discipline. You need patience to focus on the small stuff, the systems, the habits, the tweaks that don't look impressive but quietly move the needle. It's not sexy, but it builds resilience. The compounding effect can take time, but it's powerful and sustainable. I talk to clients about success isn't just about what you achieve, it's about how you achieve it. Can you sleep at night? Do you enjoy the journey? That's where mindset matters. So here's the truth. The right kind of growth depends on your stage of business. If you're just starting out, starting with 1% wins. You're building momentum. You don't have the cash flow or data to go moonshot yet. Focus on those habits, traction, and tighten the machine. Whereas if you're looking to scale, this is where a hybrid model works best. Keep those 1% improvements in your delivery, team, and operations. But start thinking 10x in your vision, your marketing, and your product evolution. Now, is your business mature or perhaps even exit ready? Here's where 10x can shine again. Strong, ambitious growth boosts valuations, but buyers also want reliable, repeatable, low-risk systems. So it's not either or, it's often always and. So if you're building for exit or even just freedom, growth matters, but predictable growth. That's what buyers pay for. Here's what they're asking. Can this business scale? Is growth predictable? Are systems robust and improving? The 10x growth gives your business a story, but your 1% systems give it credibility. In fact, if you want a higher multiple when you sell, you need to show strong historical performance and a future growth plan. So think, how do I combine both? I just want us to quickly look at the Ansoff matrix and recommend you do this for your services or products. So this is the Ansoff matrix, and I recommend you do this for all your services and products. So here we've got existing markets. So these are your existing clients. They're perhaps people that you're already dealing with. And here we're looking at new markets, so new geographical locations or perhaps a new demographic. And on this side, we've got products. So we've got existing products that we currently already have versus new products which we're going to bring to the market. Now, the existing market and existing product, this is our lowest risk section. Bringing new products to existing clients is a medium risk. Bringing existing products to new markets again is a medium risk. And new products to new markets is, of course, a higher risk. The key here is to be able to start looking at the low-hanging fruit before you start moving towards these kind of higher risk, more adventurous areas. Now, you know me, I'm big on purpose and practicality. I love a good moonshot. I mean, one of our values is to dream big, but we also have a Teams channel that is all about the 1% improvements, because we also need to make those small improvements to keep moving forwards. The 1% stuff, the budgets, the cash flow, the team habits. So here's how I look at it. Dream like a 10xer, shoot for the moon because you'll only end up in the stars. But ensure you're ready, resourced, and they're focused as part of your 90-day goals. But act like a 1%er. Continually pick the low-hanging fruit and drive forward, making those small improvements in all the areas, even down to your own health. Think sleep, water intake, and also customer service. One gives you vision, the other gives you traction. And the truth is, your 1% wins today might just lead to that 10x opportunity tomorrow. And your 10x vision, well, without the 1% discipline, it's just a daydream. So let's bring it beyond the numbers. I want to give you a challenge this week and think about, why do you want to grow? What does success look like on your terms? Where in your business are you craving a 10x breakthrough? And where are you ignoring the 1% wins that are staring you in the face? Growth doesn't always mean bigger, faster, louder. Sometimes it means braver, sometimes it means clearer, and always it means being intentional.